Hi guys, and welcome back. It's your girl Yummy.com. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming back. And today we have one of my favorite videos to make, a ship up video. You know, I love to ship people up. It's just so fun because it's like there's a whole research aspect that I usually don't do with my videos. And there's like a whole just diving into groups, like even more so than I already am into them, and finding their perfect pairing, and it's really fun for me. So don't knock my hustle, man. This is it. This is me. I'm gonna ship up two of my favorite groups, Ateez and Oh My Girl. Now previously I have shipped up Oh My Girl and BTS. I have shipped up Oh My Girl or BTS and other people. Maybe I've shipped up Ateez and other people, or Oh My Girl and other people, but this time this is where we're going. I've always been hesitant to shift them up because I like to ship up groups that have the same number of people, and Oh My Girl used to have 8, but they have 7 now. So that's why I shipped them up with BTS, because it was so easy. Everyone gets a person. The way I'm going to fix that is that one person will get 2 people. And we'll see who it is. Is it my bias Minky? Will he get 2 people? Well, no. Because he would get one. He would be one of 2. Anyways, let's get started. And let's start from the top. Shall we? We're going to start with our fearless Oh My Girl leader, Hyunjun, and she's going to be our first, guys. And who is to ship her up with? Who is worthy of our smiling queen? Who is worthy? None other than the leader of Ateez himself, Hyunjun. Now, I know you are thinking what I'm thinking. It's because their names look similar. No, it's not. I mean, that is a plus. They could name their baby something really killer if they wanted to, but that is not why I ship them up together. I ship them up together because he is he's known for being the Korean minion. And she is basically the smiley emoji sticker. So why not put those 2 yellow beings together? Okay, it makes sense to me. They're both very energetic. They're both very responsible. Obviously they have to be as leaders, so it just made sense to me to put them together because of that energy, of that responsibility, and their talent levels are both out of this world. His rapping skills are phenomenal, and her singing skills she ain't main vocal for nothing, baby. Her singing skills are angelic, okay? Angelic. Again, I always love when I do these ship up videos and I'm like, they should just collaborate with their body parts but also on a song, because I'm greedy and I'm like, I think that they would make beautiful music and my playlist could always have another, it's always ready and waiting for a good mashup, man. Another thing is that it's been very apparent in the Ateez guides that I've watched or interviews and stuff that he's the leader, but he's still a little baby bean who needs love. I know that I think he said something about how he was bullied when he was younger, and I, as someone who was also bullied when they were younger, you just need a little bit more of that extra special love, and I feel like Homegirl has it in spades, and she could just shine that light on him and help him in that way, in that regard, and it'd just be so cute. It'd be so cute. So that's kind of why I put them together. We're gonna go to our next one, and our next one is our smart queen, our bangs babe, Benny. We're gonna talk about Benny for a second, y'all. Benny is underrated, okay? When she had that red hair, beautiful, spicy. But every time she pulls out them bangs, when she's like, I'm here, Vogue, she just always feels like she's in the middle of a shoot, who, me, what, where, when, why, how, and I vibe with it hardcore, because it's just it's admirable. No one could be on point that much unless you're Jin from BTS. It's crazy. I mean, I know you always suffer, girl, but you suffer and you look good doing it. that's besides the point of who I'm pairing her up with. That was just to hype her up because I feel like homegirl's a little underrated, but besides the point, we're gonna go to who we should ship her up with in Ateez. Now, this is a little bit unexpected. I shipped her up with Jungho. Jungho is obviously our Ateez maknae, our cute and adorable, and I hope he gets better. Bean, baby, lovely boy, like, but I shipped them together for two reasons. Vocals on point. And I feel like Benny also has a voice that if she decided to rap, like Jungho obviously can rap, but like if Benny decided that she wanted to rap with like a little bit of training from Jungho, I think that she could actually make a really pretty decent rapper, and I think that it'd be really cool to like see that. So like that's kind of why I put them together, but also they're very strong. Both of them are very, very strong. As you know by the memes, homeboy fruit ninjaing it up and ripping fruit apart with his bare hands. Scary or hot, you make the choice. Besides the point, he does it. Whether you think it's scary or hot, he does it. And as you may know if you watch enough Oh My Girl interviews, Benny has that finger flick on lock. Whoa! Like, she will knock a dude out with that. Like, like, ooh. And we love a strong queen. We love when you can catch these hands. We love it, and I think that they should arm wrestle. I mean, obviously I think I know who would win, but I would still love to see an arm wrestle. Like, it'd still be fun. So that's why I chose them, because A, they're very strong, and B, they're very talented, and C, they could learn from each other. She could enhance her rap skills, and maybe we could have a sub rapper in the group, you know? It's never too late for a sub rapper. Anyways, we're gonna go to our next person. Our next person is Mimi, my bias. My bias, I love her. Now, I know what you're thinking. You think that I would put Mimi with my other Ateez bias, Mingi. Like, Mimi, Mingi makes sense. They both rap. They're both kind of killer. No, because let me say why. Like, talent-wise, yes, it absolutely makes sense. But the issue is that personality-wise, I think that she could take care of him, which is very sweet, but I don't see it as an equal footing relationship. You know, like, maybe if there wasn't a, say, better option. I don't know. So, what we have for this, what I have done is put her with someone who personality-wise would fit, and that's Yoseng. I put her with Yoseng because both of them have a bluntness that can only be could only be described at the level of a sugar for BTS. Like, there's a bluntness to them that I really appreciate, really love, like, wholeheartedly. It's needed, but also, like, rein it in a little bit. Like, I stand this moment because it's one of my favorite Oh My Girl moments, but it's when they were on Weekly Idol and they were trying to do the random dance, and like, she was like, they were like, why don't you say something encouraging, Mimi, to your team, you know? As if she was the leader. Like, they just told her to say something encouraging. They told her to say something encouraging, and she was just like, wake up! She was like, get your stuff together! And I love that. I was just like,
씨, 화이팅하라고 한마디 해주세요, 멤버들한테.
정신 차려! 정신 차려!
오케이?
Oh, our dark queen of the night. We love it. We stan it. It's greatly appreciated. And for Yoseng, we will never forget the moment where he literally picked out 3 of his members and dragged them across that stage.
일단 저희 멤버 한 명 한 명씩 다 얘기하면 우리 멤버들이 이제 멘탈이 무너질까봐 오늘은 딱 절반만 무너뜨리겠습니다.
Just drag. He said, keep your tongue in your mouth.
혓바닥 좀 안 움직이면 안 돼. 혓바닥 좀 안 움직이면 안 돼. 이게 정상. 이제 성황을 따라해 보겠습니다. 정상.
자, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. 쿵세만네.
Keep your hips to yourself.
사나, 제발 우리 안무 좀 혼자 따라주지 말고 맞게 쳐주면 좋겠어.
아무 좋은 박수라고.
괜찮아.
이게요? 골반.
뒷바운스를
그죠.
치는 게 있어요.
이게 리듬으로. 네.
자, 산이가 하는 방법은
네.
뚱뚱 따다다다.
And stop taking your clothes off.
근데 이렇게 파여져 있는 옷을 입는다고 다 섹시한 건 아니야. 일부러 좀 단추를 이제
아니야, 일부러는 아니야.
아, 그런가? 일부러 아니야?
아니야.
아니야, 전 목격했어요.
어떤.
아니, 스타일리스트 분들이 이렇게 해주시잖아요.
어디까지 풀라고.
네,
이렇게.
우영아 여기까지 잠그자 이러는데.
잠그라고.
아, 저 여기는 풀면 안 돼.
Like he just literally was like bang, bang, bang. And like in all the videos I watch of him, he's like so cute, so lovely, but he's also just like, bruh, chill out. Like he's like, you're too much. He's like, you see this? It's too much. Stop it now. He's like, it was cute before, it's not cute right now. Stop it. Like, and it's like so blunt that it's like, it's honestly, it's needed in a group and in a friendship, but it's also hysterical to watch from the outside because you're like, I know he's not gonna come for me, so it's real funny for me to see him come for everybody else. Like, and Mimi's the same way. It's like, I know she's not gonna come for me, but it's real funny to see her like just like try to get everybody else in line. It's hilarious, you know, especially when you're in a group with like shiny, smiley, happy leaders. Like you need someone who's also just like cut it. Take all the lights down, cut it. We will shut this down right now. And they're both kind of like that, which I really like and I really vibe with. So that's why I put them together. Their bluntness is beautiful. I want to see if they can withstand each other for a week. It would be a survival show. See who made it out alive in this death match. Most likely gonna be Mimi, but it's also would be hilarious to watch. Next up we have Yua. Yua is my dance queen. She's so great and gracious and beautiful with her limbs, her hip hop, oh my gosh, it's just so great. All of it is so great. So the thing about Ateez is that they're all phenomenal dancers, so it's kind of hard to be like, that's the one. But I put her with Yoonho. I know what you're thinking. Oh, another one with the name, like Y and Y and H and blah, blah. No, I put her with him because they're both very funny. They're both very funny, like unintentionally funny, like almost unintentionally, like they're just both hilarious. They both are very fierce and very with it and very like, when like you see their face when they're performing, it's very fierce. It's very like, but most of all, they both be throwing it back. Like, let's be real here. Okay, Yoonho obviously more so than Yua, surprisingly. He throws it back way more than her, but when she throw it back, bitch, she be throwing it back into outer space, man. Never forget her on Queendom. Like, just like even in non-stop choreography, when they have that move where they're like, do, 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 and they're going backwards, she's always like, like she's like mid-savage challenge whenever she does that choreo, and I'm just like, it's so funny to me because it's like everybody else is like do 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 do, and she's just like boo 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 boo. so she be throwing it back, so like, you know, they can both throw it back together, you know, they can both come to the cookout and throw it back together. So that's why I put them together, because I just think it's really, they're both very fierce, very like strong dancers, very just like also look like they were both straight peeled out of a manga. very weird. They look like they were written by to be book characters, both of them. Like, that's just what it is. Their looks are so like just, and both of their looks, this is another thing, both of their looks 100% match their themes, because Yua has like a Barbie, she says this a lot, Barbie kind of look to her, but it's also a little bit fairy-like, like it's like her fluttering a little bit, fluttering a little bit, and like Yunho has like a strong but gentle look to him that is like not captain of the pirate ship, but definitely like a first mate. Like, he's definitely looks like a first mate kind of vibe, and I dig it. I like that both of their looks kind of match their themes. Also, they both throw it back, they're both fierce, they're both great dancers.
Make us feel alive. We keep this love in a program. We make these memories for ourselves. And our eyes are never broken, hearts are never broken. The time's forever feels this way. So we can keep
It's too much traffic. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. I just wanna traffic. It's too much traffic. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop.
So that's why I put them together. We're gonna go to our next one, which is, this is an unexpected one. But I wanted to put them together because I think it'd be really, really interesting, even though it's unexpected. It's Aren and San. Like, okay, I know what you're thinking right now. Like, San is just pure sexual appeal, and Aren's kind of like a cute girl. But first of all, baby girl has grown up. She is blossomed, okay? Blossomed. And San, as much as he is just like pure sexual raw energy on stage, he is a toddler. He is an absolute toddler, like carrying a plushie around toddler. So I think that the way that I think that they kind of match up in that regard. That's why I kind of put them together, honestly. Just because I think that they would make a very funny but cute couple, especially in that regard. Because it's just like, it's like he's so like on stage and she's so like on stage. So it's just so different. And I want to see just a little bit of that difference, you know, just like make fire, you know? I think it'd just be really cute. And I think it'd be really, really great. That's why I put them together. Next up, we have our baby girl, Jiho. Oh, she is so phenomenal, y'all. She has this thing that another person in this group has. It's different from how San and Aren are, but like Sehwan has a switch, a duality, if you will say that, a duality he has within himself to go from here to here. And Jiho has the same exact thing. It's hilarious to watch because it'll be one moment they will be like, especially when she's like trying to like steal a camera or like, you know, just like be like there. And then sometimes she'll just be like,
Yes, I'm a bad boy, so I like bad girl. 이리 와봐, baby. 우린 잘 돼. Hello, hello.
and I'll be like, what, girl? Girl, what? We were in the middle of a conversation. What did you do? Like, what? Who hurt you? Like, what happened? What happened, girl? And he's the same way. He's the same way. He would just be like, and you're like, I was not prepared for this. I didn't ask for this. This was not my choosing. Why are you doing this to me? Okay? Help me. Help me. So, strictly off of that duality situation that they both have going on, I put them together because I thought it'd be really interesting. Also, damn vocals. Both of them have this kind of tremor in their voice that is just spicy a meatball that I just really love and think that should be together. Now, as if you can count with us today, we only have one member of Oh My Girl left and 2 members of Ateez left. So, which member of Oh My Girl could handle 2 members of this group of psychos? Like, I say that with the most love in my heart, of this group of crazy people. Who in Oh My Girl could handle 2? She could handle 2. Only she, because she is also crazy. And we love it. It's one of our favorite things about her. And she is 2 of the wildest ones, and I feel very bad, but also I think that she, again, would be the only one who could handle these 2. She has Mingi, my bias, and the person who wrecks me super hard sometimes, like strangely hard sometimes. It's Wooyoung. It's Wooyoung. I know. Both of them so sharp on stage. All 3 of them actually, just very on stage, very sharp, very with it, very like, and like again the vocals that they all have, like vocals. Mingi, his rap voice is very distinct. I think all of them have very distinct voices, and like to the point where like they were the first voices that I noticed. Like Mingi, obviously when you listen to Ateez, you're like, who's that deep voice? But then Wooyoung also has a very particular voice that I immediately knew, like he was the first vocal line voice that I was like, oh, I know that voice. Like, that's him. Like, that's him. And then within Oh My Girl, like, other than Mimi again, because she's the only one rapping, like, Homegirl, her voice, I'm like, that's her voice. I know it. I'm like, and it happened so fast, like, before I even realized that I knew what was going on, it happened. So they all have very distinct voices and very distinct personalities. They're also, like, the energy level that they bring is a constant flow. They keep the party going. They are the variety show manipulators. They are hilarious, lively, jumping, party, pumping people. You know, like Mingi, I feel like Mingi and Sang would, like, make a hilarious couple and would just dominate the world. And then if they decided to be a throuple, Wooyoung is the one who they would have to add because it would just be so funny. Because he is like, he's very sweet and smiley, but then all of a sudden sometimes he'll just be like, he's like, yeah, I'm sexy and I know it. Like, and you're just like, where did this come from, sir? Like, I was not prepared for this today. This was not in the repertoire that we prepared. Thank you, but no. And it's like he uses his sexy to a comedic level, and I appreciate that. As someone who's not very sexy but very comedic, I appreciate that, sir. And I think all of them have that very big, heavy comedic aspect to them. And they would make a great throuple, like in a comedy sense. I think they would all make hilarious stuff. That is my Ateez Oh My Girl ship up. Like, I love all of the people in this ship up. Love both of these groups separately. I just wanted to ship them up together because I appreciate them so much. So thank you, my internet friends. Don't worry, I will be back. So stay tuned.